Hi, I'm Andrea Harmon with the Elder Law Firm, and I'm pleased to have Jane Creech with me from Active Medical Alert. Hi, Jane.
Hey.
Jane, can you tell us a little bit about your company?
Yes, thank you, Andrea. Active Medical Alert has been in the Triad area since 2001, and we serve a senior population in the area, as well as people at home with disabilities or wherever home is. And what we try to do is link them to their loved ones, our 24-hour care center, or EMS, which is Emergency Medical Services here in the Triad, whenever there is a critical accident or incident in their home.
Okay. Well, I see that you brought some equipment in. Can you explain how that works?
Yes. Well, we have been serving the Triad for 15 years, and this is our newest device. It's a mobile personal response system. This is actually the cradle for it, and I'm wearing the GPS unit. It is all-in-one device. It has a receiver here, meaning that it can receive their voice, and it picks up their voice through a microphone. It has the medical alert button, as you see here, and it changes colors. You may see it flash green, which it means it's actually communicating with the GPS or global positional satellite.
Okay.
So it can locate the individual. It can allows the care center to speak with them. It has personal prompts where it says connecting to the care center, and that it will let them know that it is connecting at that time, and it will say phone line disconnected. It uses an AT&T network, which is one of the largest networks here in the United States. So people are, as things change in our medical equipment industry, they are demanding that they be covered now, not only at home, which is where the industry started. When they came out of the hospital, they wanted to have a medical alert pendant at home, and we have devices for that. But this device is made to go wherever they go. So as long as they receive an AT&T cellular signal, the device will be able to make that call and get them medical help. It can call their loved ones, meaning that our care center will call the loved one and then let them know that they're in distress or whatever their need is. Or it can simply be, if they don't need EMS, they can simply call their daughter or son or caregiver and say, I'm not feeling well today, could you please come sit with me? Or I'm here at the grocery store and I have locked myself out, which is very common. I've locked my keys and I can't get into my car. But so there's a lot of reasons that they can use this. It doesn't have to be a heart attack or stroke, but I have a lot of people that do that. I even have an individual who lived only a half a mile from her son, and she said, I want to walk to my son's house every day to have lunch with him, and I want to be covered as I walk from my house to his house.
That's great.
So it meets a lot of different needs, and it gives the client peace of mind and maintains their independence wherever home is. I just had a call recently that they were headed to the beach, and they wanted their dad to be covered not only at home, but when they were at the beach, because they stay there for several months during the year. So people are getting more and more excited about this device. We're excited about it. This is our actual third prototype that we've used, and it has been researched and developed with us. And if you'd like, I can try a demonstration. I know you may see it flashing green.
Yeah.
Would you like to do that?
That would be great.
Okay, let's see.
Calling your response team now. Please hold the device and position the microphone near your mouth to complete your call.
So that is one of the voice prompts, and it's loud enough, and those who are hearing impaired can actually place it to their ear to hear it.
Okay.
And it's also waterproof, so they can actually take a shower with it at home as well if they live alone.
That's wonderful.
So the care center is receiving the signal. I think they're going to answer in just a second. Hello? We'll see. If it was out of range, it would actually say position is out of range, meaning that they would not be able to get a signal, or if it was somewhere that they were not receiving a cell phone signal, it would tell them that that prompt would come up. No, we are testing. Please say hello to Andrea.
I don't have any of Andrea's stuff listed on my account.
That's okay. That's okay. We are just testing that you did receive our signal at the care center, and I'm a home service representative, Jane Creech, and this is just a test.
Hi there.
Okay, hi, how are you?
Good. We're just testing it out to see how it works.
Gotcha. Well, we got a good signal, but again, it is showing up in a bucket account. Is it supposed to be in her account yet?
No, we're just testing, so we have not downloaded any information. That's what they're asking. But we are just testing for this video today, so thank you so much for the prompt call.
Of course. You guys have a great day, and if you need anything else, just feel free to press that button, okay?
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks. You're welcome. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.
That's great. Let me ask you this, Jane. If somebody were,
Call now.
if someone were to pass out and they weren't able to push the button, does it respond?
It will. It actually has, and I'm glad you mentioned that, it actually has a fall sensor in it. So it can tell if the person is reclining in a chair. They actually, if they're not a busy sleeper, so to speak, or if they sleep fairly still, it will not detect a fall. But it actually has a mercury tilt switch in here that it can actually sense a strong change in movement. And that is what I mean by, this is our third generation. We've improved that tremendously, so that after 2 minutes, the unit will automatically cut on, and it will contact the care center if they fall.
That's wonderful.
So it has the GPS, the fall sensor, and another nice feature, Andrea, I failed to mention, is a lot of people, if they have short-term memory loss or dementia now and live alone or alone for several hours during the day, they can sometimes get lost. And we can actually call this device because it is a cell phone. Our care center can call them and locate them and activate the device so that they can be found.
That's wonderful.
And that is a well received feature of this device, the GPS mobile care unit, because sons and daughters who worry about their family members when they're working want to make sure that mom, dad, or their loved ones are okay.
Yes, that's very
So,
important.
The only thing they have to remember is to charge it in this cradle. So it would sit here, right here in this device for an hour or two, and then it would be charged for 24 hours.
Okay, that's
So
simple
it's
enough.
very simple to do. It plugs up into any AC outlet, and I'm thrilled to have it with us as part of our active medical alert team.
That's great. Now, see, you have two other devices over here.
I do. The other things that we offer is a medication reminder. This is a fancy pill box that the device actually locks down. There's a clock here that displays what time it is. The person can actually program, or we will do it for them, actually, the times that they would like to have their medication dispensed. Normally it's AM and PM, but some people may have up to 4 times a day, which would be 8, 12, 4, and 8. And this allows the caregiver to fill it, so you can see that it opens and it has 28 dispensing cups here. And I have simply labeled the start button, and then their first, second, third, fourth alarm or medication would actually go in here. And we cannot fill this because we are not an RN, and according to state regulations, you do have to have an RN or caregiver that is certified to fill it with medication, because that's a very common question that I'm asked, is do you have to come out and refill this? We are not allowed to touch the prescriptions of any kind, but as long as they have a caregiver or an RN that they trust and are approved, the family member can fill it. The lid comes down and closes. It actually alarms and the light goes off here. It plugs up to, it has a plug just like this that plugs into the wall, so it works on AC power, and it goes beep, 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 beep. And the alarm can set for 3 minutes, 30 minutes, or 60 minutes, depending on how long it may take that person to get to this device. And if they do not open it and cut the alarm off, our care center operator will actually call them and say, Andrea, it's time to take your 8 o'clock medicine. And people love that, because not only does it alarm, because sometimes they may forget, especially if they're sleeping or they're not feeling well. But the fact that we physically call them and we have an operator that can contact them to remind them to take the medication, and if they are not home or they do not answer their home phone, then we do call their caregiver, whoever is on their list. So to let them know that they simply missed their medication. And what we have found with this device, which is wonderful, 90% compliance is normally what we achieve. A lot of people are less than 50% when you get 7 or 8 medications that they take per day. In fact, 20% of prescriptions are not even filled at all. A lot of people don't realize that. But after they get past 5 or 6, 7, 8 medications a day, it gets very confusing to the
Yes.
senior, or if the person living alone. So this device, again, is to keep them safe and independent in their home, to keep them medicated properly at the right time, at the right dose, and of course, with the right medication.
That's wonderful. That helps to keep a lot of the medication errors down.
Exactly, and the reason that it locks here is so that the individual cannot overdose on their medication. They can only access one medication at a time. And if they do happen to miss that medication, say they did not open this, the medication would roll to this right side, and the caregiver, when they open it, would be able to see what medication they missed. So that's really good information for the doctor and caregiver if they are missing it, because it contributes to falling. It contributes to dizziness or insomnia sometimes, or even oversleeping. So medication compliance is a huge issue right now, and we're trying to help maintain that so it becomes a very positive thing and something, that, again, that they can stay home and stay medicated properly.
That's great.
Okay?
Well,
The
so-
last piece of equipment is actually for the individual who stays at home, or there's a time frame where they may be needing just coverage at home. This service has been around over 30 years with our company, and the personal emergency response equipment has been out for over probably 40 years, I believe. But this has a pendant which is similar to this. It's smaller. In fact, I have a little card here with my information on it that has the pendant located here, and it's just a small red pendant that they press, the light comes on, and it activates the monitor. So this is the monitor. It works with either Time Warner cable, digital phones, or your regular AT&T or any landline phones that they have. Not with internet phones though, because internet phones cause a different signal and have a different software with it. But we are known for custom care calling to make sure that they have the right equipment at the right time in their home when they need it most. And again, we do not have to call EMS right away. That's really what people love about us. 9 out of 10 calls are made to the care center, from the care center, to their caregiver or loved one. So only 1 out of 10 do we actually have to call EMS, because they know it does cost them money. But if they're having a heart attack or a stroke or something serious, then we do get them help, and we save lives every day.
That's right. Well, Jane, now the cost of this, is this covered by insurance, or is this?
It is covered by long-term care insurance. They need to check their policies to make sure. I'm not sure the medication device is yet, because that's really considered a fancy pill box. They don't have a code for it. But the medical alert, GPS, I believe, and the regular medical alert is covered, I know, and also by VA benefits. If they have veteran spouse or VA benefits, they will cover the basic medical alert service here. GPS has only been out about 5 years, and I'm not sure if they have a code for this yet, but a lot of people, while we work with them on a budget basis, if they need to make payments or if they need to make monthly installments, everything is paid month to month. We do not have any long-term contracts with Active Medical Alert, so they pay as they need the device. A lot of companies out there make them sign 2- and 3-year contracts, and we don't do that. We
That's
try to
good.
treat them like family ourselves.
That's wonderful.
But we do have nationwide coverage, so they can take this, and I've had people take them to Florida or Philadelphia or Pennsylvania or California if they are moving away, because they like our service so much. They can take it with them wherever they go.
That's great. And I see on your brochure you have your phone number and contact.
I do.
Is that the best way to reach them, is by calling you, or a website? How do you prefer?
Calling is probably the best. I'm a little old-fashioned because I'm on the road a lot. I do have an email and a regular phone number, which is 336-288-7403. So I usually send people texting messages, or emails is the best way to get in touch with me. I'm working on a website, but right now I don't have that up yet.
That's great. Well, thank you, Jane. This has been so informational, and I appreciate you taking the time today to share this information with us.
Okay, I hope I've answered all your questions.
You did. Thank you.
Thank you.
And this is Andrea Harmon with the Elder Law Firm. We hope you'll tune in to more of our segments. Thank you.